Hello, beautiful friends. So today, let's do one of my favorites. It's an EMDR protocol or EMDR exercise, really practice. It's called light stream technique, light stream exercise or practice. And it was created by the founder of EMDR therapy, Francine Shapiro, to use to prepare for trauma work, to build resources in our system, in our nervous system, to build and expand our coping abilities, right? And our coping strategies. And it's a really beautiful, holistic practice. And I believe she created it in 2001. So it's been around for a while. Therapists have been using it. It's one of my clients' favorites over the years. It's certainly one of my favorites. For therapists, it does have the ability to help us state change from something maybe tension in our body or something distressing, and to have a way to try to shift, which is really empowering for us if we are the client or in the seat of receiving this beautiful practice, right? That we can start to be with the tension or the distress and even potentially start to shift it in really gentle, right? Non-forcing, gentle, trauma-informed way. So an invitation, everything's an invitation. You drop in as much as feels good to you. Come out anytime. Let's just find a seat together, just some comfort in your seat. Maybe even 2% more comfort in your body. Yeah, just dropping the energy in together. And we're doing this together, even in Zoom land, even through video. We're not alone in doing this, really from the quantum field where there is no time. We'll just come in together, come to your breath. And as you do that, as you start to just drop in and you start to focus on your body or your energy, just see, what do you notice? Is there anything that might be upsetting or any tension that starts to arise in your awareness? And just take a moment to kind of scan through your body and your energy and see what you notice. It might be subtle, it might be strong. You might have many things show up. You might have one specific thing show up. There's truly no right or wrong. You may have a hard time with it. And if that's true, just know you can keep coming back. And when you practice things, it tends to settle with that practice, right? And just give yourself a moment. Maybe take that conscious breath. Maybe you've already found something, maybe you haven't. Just take that conscious breath with me and just scan one more time. Just scan one more time. See if you notice anything even subtle. I definitely notice some tension in my jaw, a little through kind of my traps, and actually a little bit in the back kind of my heart. Just moving a little bit, shifted that. So see what you notice, and then maybe just pick one thing. If you got more than one thing, just pick one thing that you want to kind of settle in on for this practice together. No right and wrong, and maybe you noticed an emotion or an image, or maybe you noticed thoughts or urges, or there's no right or wrong of how you notice or what comes up for you. So just that thing that you've decided to kind of settle in and notice, just focus in a little bit and just see if it had a word, what would it be? Or a phrase, And just see. Good. Just take note of that. If you want to write it down, if you want to pause this and write it down, please do. Otherwise, just note it internally. If it had a shape, what would it be? What would the shape be? And just see what you get. No right or wrong. If it had a shape, what would it be? Note anything that comes into your awareness, even if you start to discount it, just note it, write it down, whatever works for you. If it had a temperature, warm, cold, icy, hot, cool, right? Or anything else, if it had a temperature, what would the temperature be? And just use whatever descriptive language, or maybe an image comes for you, or a symbol or metaphor, whatever it is to represent. If it had a temperature, what would it be? Take note of that. If it had a size, what would it be? Would it be big, small, enormous, tiny, medium, moderate, or anything else? And again, let it come in any way that it comes to you. If it comes through imagery or sensations or symbols or something like that, that's beautiful too. So just notice if it had a size, what would it be? Just see what comes to you. Breathing together, sighing together. If it had a texture, what would the texture be? Do you have a description or again an image or anything else? Like if it had a texture, what would the texture be? And at any time, if you want to move or breathe in any way, please do that while you're doing this exercise. If it had a color, what color would it be? If it had a color, what color would it be? Take note in any way that works for you. If it had a sound, what sound would it be? If it had a sound, what sound would it be? Beautiful. Take note. Just take out note whatever did come up. If something didn't, that's okay too. We're just moving on, noticing that and moving on. And let's look at like, what would be your favorite color? Like, or what color would represent healing to you, right? What color would you associate or represent, or what color comes into your awareness that you just really love, feel connected to in this moment, and just see what comes. A color maybe of healing. And just see what that color is for you. If you want to note internally or write that down, what color comes? What color do you associate with healing? And now we'll do in our imagination. And just know too, some of you may get visuals. Some of you through the imagination will just get like a felt sense of knowing, or you might get sensations. You might get words. There's no right or wrong of how to imagine. So please let your system know that. Let it come up in whatever way it works for you in your system. Imagine this healing color, the healing color, the color you chose for healing. Imagine this healing color, light. Imagine it as light. And it's coming in through the top of your head and directing itself at the shape in your body. So this tension, this distress, this shape. Have this beautiful color and light come in through the top of your head and then start just to direct itself towards this shape in or around your body, wherever it is. And just imagine that the source of this light, of this color, is made of the cosmos. And it's the more you use this light, this healing light, the more is available to you, the more that comes to you. Just letting it come in through the top of your head, swirling through your body, and even directing and coming to the place or places of tension. Just imagining that you have more and more of this beautiful healing light and color. The more you bring it in, the more you focus on it, the more that comes. And then direct the light at this shape, right? Direct it at this shape and let it vibrate in and around it. Just imagine this light and the healing color vibrating around the shape. Really take your time, luxuriate in this, and just notice, just notice. Just notice what happens when you do that. Just see, does anything happen to the shape or the color or the size, the texture, or anything else around this? And take note of anything you notice, even subtle, just take a breath, take your time and just note what happens when this light shines and vibrates around it, maybe even through it. If you notice that it's changing or it's helping in some way or feels positive in some way, just keep repeating this. Keep bringing the light, the color, the healing towards it. Let it reverberate, vibrate, and just touch into in any way that feels good to you. And you can stay with that. If this is feeling good and you feel like it's bringing positive change, and you would like to just add a little, you can add a little hug, and then you can add a little every other tapping. Know that you don't need to add this. It's just if that feels good and positive, we'll add a little of what we call bilateral stimulation. You could also just tap a surface or your knees, or you could tap your feet. You can't see my feet, but one and then the other. Or just imagine, you could also do it on the peripheral if that's too much sensation on the body, or you could rock back and forth. And then just let go of that bilateral stimulation. Just bring that light, imagine that light again, that it is still vibrating, surrounding, maybe going through, just shining love, light, healing, color, whatever that is. And just see what you notice now. Is there any more that's changing or that has changed or not? Stay with it if not, if that feels okay. Get really curious and just stay with the light itself, knowing that the light itself is healing if that feels good. If it still continues to change and you note something positive in that change, note what it is, note the change. And if you want, you could go back to adding that bilateral in whatever way works for you. It's just a real gentle back and forth or alternate movements. And then just let that go and take a breath. Take a sigh, a polyvagal sigh. Take another breath if that feels good to you. Move in any way. We'll do this one more time. Now just imagine again, in whatever way works for you, that light, that color, the healing, and bring it back. Let it come through the top of your head and come to wherever that shape is or was, or to the tension. Shine that light. Let it vibrate around, in, over, whatever it's able to do. No right or wrong. These are just suggestions, just invitations. Shine the light and just see what happens. Even if it's just curiosity and you're not sure, shine the color. If this feels good to you and you're noting that, notice what's positive. And if you want, invitation, you could add again that alternate tapping or movements. Just noticing what is positive to you. Let that go. Take a breath. And then now move in any way that your body is called to move. Just notice. Maybe you want stillness. I like some movement after things. And then maybe a moment of stillness to just notice. And if you didn't get very much from it, I actually really encourage you to just come back. Sometimes these things happen and we don't always know or get the sense. So it might be something to practice. And then over time, you start to notice something does shift. So come back as much as useful for you. Use this with your clients, use it with yourself. Seekers, therapists, healers, everybody's. Just notice if you want to move, journal, do it, draw, or anything else, please take the time to do that. And it's been beautiful being here with you. Take this into your day. Bye.